Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create just a regular rigged mesh, just so you can see how to do it by using the weight paint tool. So you open up Blender. I'm going to add a cube. Okay. I'm going to move the cube to a different layer so the camera's out of the way. Okay. First thing you're going to do, that I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude the top part of the cube up. It again. So that way I have 4 separate sections of this cube. Okay, at the base of the cube, I'm going to go back into my menu and I'm going to add a single bone armature. Best if you have the armature inside of the actual default cube or the rig that you're doing. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to take the mesh and you want the bone to line up with the vertex selection. So the way I do it for exact is I select the vertices, then I hit Control S, or Shift S, sorry, cursor to selection, go to the armature, press Tab to go into edit mode, and then selection to cursor. And there you go. You see, now the bone is inside of the rig with this part of the armature right there at the exact center of these vertices. Okay, so now let's do that for the rest of the cube. Extrude. Selection to cursor. Extrude. Selection to cursor. Extrude. Selection to cursor. Now what you want to do is you want to go to armature, bone roll, recalculate, Z-axis. That way the bone lines up going straight up. Now select the mesh, go to your modifiers, add an armature, object, armature. Now if you look at this and you go from here into pose mode, you will say nothing happens for whatever reason. I need to apply weight paint. Notice how I can't see the armature, but I'm going to need to click it. What you do is you select the armatures themselves, you click X-ray. So that way when you're selecting the bones, you can see them. Keep in mind I'm doing the front and the back of the cube. Okay. See? That's the basics on how to do weight paint with the rig mesh. Okay, so now let's add a room. So I'm going to add a plane. Scale it up. Edge select. And extrude those up. Okay. There. Now if I render this, I need a lamp. And lamp. That's what it looks like. Okay. So now for UV. I got some textures off the internet. And I want to make the walls tile. But I'm going to make them dirty tile. Because that's the texture that I got. So I'm going to go into edit mode. Select the faces I want, UV for unwrap. Go up here, UV editing. See that? Now I'm going to go down to image, open. Now, tile for dirty tile. Now over here, select textured, and just scale these up. see? Now let's do the same for the floor. Press unwrap, image open, tile floor, and just scale it up. Now when you're in textured mode, you'll see you have tile floor and the dirty tile on the wall. However, when you go back into default view and turn on texture, if you render this, you'll see you get nothing. Here's the reason why. Go to materials, add a new material, shadeless, face textures. There you go. Now if I were to take this armature into pose mode, change the way it looks. You see that? And that's the way you get that to look that way. Now I'm going to take this. I'm actually going to turn off the shadeless feature on this material. But I'm going to also change the lamp so there's no diffuse, or specular I mean, so there's no actual shine. Okay. Now let's make this image a little bit more realistic. Use nodes, backdrop, output color, output viewer. Go to color, go to RGB curves. Let's change the brightness of color in the actual image. I'm going to bring this part down here. Not too much. Bring this part up until I get it the way I want it to look. There we go. That looks good. Default. Camera view. 12 to render. There you go. It's UV mapping. Very simplified, obviously. And that's how you also rig an armature. Yes, the armature has to be inside of the mesh in order for it to work the best. And I could technically take it out if I go into pose mode. See what will happen? It's going to follow the actual bone. That's why you do want to have it inside the actual mesh. Gotta animate it, go to animation. What I'm going to do, just going to make it bend. Let's go keep your dope sheet on. Insert rotation. Let's go up 10 frames by pressing the up arrow. Rotate it. And press I, R. For rotation, up 10 frames. Back. I want to make the top bend a little bit. Something like this. Insert rotation. Do the same thing. Grab the top one. Okay. If you press Control Alt A, I mean. Let's go here, let's go up to the next and just straighten it out. End it at frame 41. And there you have it. Simple, right? Okay, I'm going to render the animation now. Put it on my desktop. Just include that in part of this video for you.